here and across the board, and here's a picture. So here we go. When I was eating quesadilla, it was delicious. Another angle of it. As you can see, I was started eating it. It was delish. Here's me eating it. Forgive me if I can't eat it properly. First of all, I don't care. It's delicious. It's wonderful. I love food. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Smoking hot, too. That was the crazy part. It was fresh and smoking hot. I was so pumped up for it. I feel like buying more again. Eventually, I will go back and try more foods afterwards. Pretty interesting. Why not? Yeah. This is pretty much what I was doing. Well, this is the truth is, that's like the end of the class meetup with Mr. Olaf of across the board. I was just eating at the end. I was actually the last one that was there because I was hungry and I wanted something to eat badly, and across the board was the perfect spot to eat. Also, I got to stay a bit longer and study the games and me thinking about what game or what pieces I should get, especially if it's like Dungeons and Dragon figures, not figures, pieces, or Warhammer pieces. Also, the paint too. So I stayed a bit longer during that time, just to see which one would be perfect. But I didn't buy any because so much stuff's been happening lately. So yeah, maybe one day I'll probably buy again. But yeah. Actually, looking at the food right now makes me feel hungry. Eventually, maybe I'll eat again. Please enjoy the ASMR. Also, during this video, a couple of people were looking at me. Just they were playing their game and they were looking at me eating my quesadilla, and I was ignoring them. The guy kept looking at me. I was like, okay, this must be some kind of weird situation. I continue eating. I'm still ignoring them, but they're still looking at me, and yeah, it was weird, but whatever. I think these are teenagers. I have no idea. Weird. I'm trying to eat my food. It was delicious. By the way, I would highly recommend you guys going there to eat. Especially, if you want something good inside your stomach. That's wonderful food. Comfort food too. Reasonable priced, and also I love it. It's delicious. As time went on, I was still trying to devour my food, and people kept on they kept on looking at me, and I was like, oh well, whatever. Enjoy looking at me eating my quesadilla. Maybe they were jealous that they wanted some. I have no idea. Still, why not look at me eat my food. Oh well. So please, guys, I'm gonna say it was delicious, by the way. So yeah. And here's another clip coming up in a bit. So here we go. Now during this time that we met Mr. Olaf, and here he is showing us. He's showing them. I've been there before. I've seen all his games, and I didn't know how much he had before. To be honest, I really didn't know. Apparently now it's 1,500 games that he told us during the meeting on Friday. This happened on Friday, and I was amazed by it. I was mesmerized by it. I wanted to play. I wanted to really enjoy my time there, but it was a meetup, so it was very informative that he was showing us his passion. He was showing us all these games that were amazing.
As somebody already pointed out, we have an all-gender washroom here. That was for two reasons. The first one is that in order to get a building permit with that many people in the restaurant, if you do separated male and female, you have a lot more stalls that you're obligated to have. This way we're able to get away with less stalls, but we also did it purposefully because it suits our clientele. Like as I said earlier, it's a place like the real advertising emphasis that we've been doing is it's a place where we build community. It's a place where you get together with family, with friends, or whatever. So usually our customers are within that spirit. Like it's very seldom that we have somebody who is intoxicated or people are here to have a good time.
Yes.
And so it's very all-inclusive. We cater to any age group from as I mentioned earlier, we have an online presence as well. Locally, most game stores don't have an online version. We did it so people can browse from home, see if we have something. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Is there price tags on these things?
Yeah, oh yeah.
There is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, you do paint here.
Yeah.
Ah,
So that's our store. And again, just like everything else, we're trying to have things in stock that are good for new gamers, experienced gamers, kids, adults, parties, whatever.
That's awesome.
look at all of this. Wow.
If you have, why don't we just chat a little first, so I can take off experience for me. And coming out of that, I've always loved board games. Like I grew up in Germany, that's where I'm originally from, that's my accent. I always loved board games. A lot of the games actually came from my basement, from my own collection. But I was quite ill around 10 years ago. And coming out of that, I realized that playing games with people was really good for my emotional well-being. If anybody has a traumatic experience like this, in my case it was cancer, other people had other experiences that are tragic. When you experience a level of depression that comes after that, for me, board gaming was the way where I kind of let myself back into society because we can sit at a table together, we can look at each other, I'm with you, I can feel your presence. If I don't feel like talking, I don't have to. If I do, we might have a conversation. It's tactile, it's real, it's something I can touch. So I realized it was really good for me just to kind of connect with my friends and family again and get out of my little emotional slump there. So after that, what I did is I started having board game evenings in my house once a week or once every 2 weeks. And I realized that a lot of the people that were not hardcore collectors like I was, or passionate about it, like colleagues from my other job, from my wife's job, they just loved it. They came and hung out, and suddenly we had like 50, 60 people in our house. So eventually there came that critical mass where I turned to my business partner and friend that owns half of this company as well, and I said, look, why don't we just open this up to the city and see what happens? So we rented this really small place next door. For a very inexpensive rent, and we just tried it. I thought this was gonna go away, but it didn't. So it was really successful, very, very popular. And then 3 years later, we moved into here and tripled our seating capacity. So we have 160 seats now here, which is quite large for most restaurants. And we still overflow on the most weekend nights.
During the interview, it was very nice to know his personality. He's a very open guy to talk to, and he's very easy to approach and speak with. Hopefully I get the chance to speak to him again and maybe ask some questions about some recommendation of board games, maybe when it comes to big group of guys who love to use their imagination. For example, Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer, maybe more other than those, maybe related to them. Why not? It was very informative to learn about his way of thinking, especially in his business. It's a very unique business in Winnipeg, a board gaming restaurant. There's none other than this across the board. It's the only place to go to play board games and eat and hang out and have fun. Why not? Also, you don't have to use your cell phones, obviously. You got the gaming masters there to ask questions. I don't really use the gaming masters per se because it's a bunch of nerdy guys like myself playing Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer, for crying out loud. Using our imagination, it's wild. And yeah, I'm happy to go there. Hopefully Probably soon. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Just been busy lately. Can't wait.
People thought I was insane just to let anyone play with my games. Most people are extremely respectful. Absolutely, it's my pleasure. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hear what you guys have in mind.
Wednesday?
And we have a meeting on the 30th, right?
Wednesday? What time again? Say the time?
10:30?
I had my calendar, so yeah.
10 o'clock, 10:30, I think, around there.
So at 10 o'clock, we'll be the only ones here, which is good. So we open our business at 11 so we can chat to you. All right? Great. Very nice to meet you all. Real pleasure.
I think I'm Blockbuster.
Okay. So what are we doing now? Just taking pictures and stuff?
Taking pictures, taking videos. I'm vlogging right now.